I make the calendars at the cafe where I work, and this month I went with a Pokemon theme. And when I say this month, I mean November, but don't worry about it, we'll get to that bit in a second. The first stage is always cleaning off the last calendar, and I honestly enjoyed cleaning off all my hard work much more than I thought I would. Although I was happy with the last one, the lack of planning made it take far too long to finish, so this time I made a plan. And I'm sure that means nothing will go wrong this time. Well, I got the plan up there, ready for the first of the month, and after immediately having to do cleanup work because the blue bled through some stuff, I got straight to colouring and found that some of the chalk pens really do not want to flow. And when they do want to flow, they want to flow all the way down to the ground. So I finished the tree to get the actual calendar ready, and I cut my losses and got some new pens. Overnight I got a bunch of Chalkola pens, and they seem to work a lot better. They still have the chalk pen problem, where sometimes you press and you get nothing, and sometimes you press and a big glob of ink comes out, but that's okay. This is the end of day 2, and overall I was pretty happy with the new pens. The next day I started on Charmander, and he definitely had a case of the ugly phase, but after pushing through I managed to get him done, and managed to light the fireplace. Next up was Bulbasaur, and at this point I would like to just say that everyone on our team at Harrison Hall did actually get to pick at least one Pokemon for the board, so the fact that this basically ended up mostly Gen 1 Pokemon was not my fault, but I didn't do anything to stop it because I think that's great. After that I took some time to get some of the other details like the gifts and the fireplace finished up, as well as attempting to give certain colours another coat, though I think I just made things worse, but we'll fix it later, I'm sure that's fine. With the second non-Gen 1 Pokemon on the board, it's looking pretty much how I planned it out. And then everybody started making extra requests. Understandably, we had Blastoise, which makes sense, but it took a bit of figuring out as to where I was going to put him. He has a little step ladder to stand on now. And then for a bit of a curveball, I got a request for Mimikyu, specifically for him to be sat outside, looking in at everybody else, which I thought was kind of cruel, but also kind of funny. After finishing up the outside scenery, the design for November was mostly done, although there was a fair bit of cleanup to be done. Did I mention how clean and easy chalk pens are to work with? I think I did. Last step was adding ribbons to some of the presents, and I decided to use stickers I made earlier to finish them off, because erasing and redrawing things on this board is a nightmare, and I am not above cheating. And there we go, part 1 of the board is done. I'm in the process right now of adding more stuff for December, where I'll have a fully finished board. The idea for these is that because they take a bit of time, I can do more involved designs if we reuse them for more than 1 month, hence all of the Christmas theming in November. Thanks for watching, and follow for part 2.